Welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation, and our podcast.
And today we're covering another Studio Ghibli movie, When Marnie Was There.
Yes, and this is one of the last few Ghibli movies we had never seen. However, it's also one of their more strange ones because it's a perfect example of how some Ghibli movies started to embrace a stronger slice of life approach to their films with only a small part of fantasy involved. But
Right. Before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get some future podcasts and all of Paws videos.
yes, and thank you so much for joining us today, subscribing, sharing our videos, commenting, everything you do, specials. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Out of the three we did see, and you'll hear about the other two later, this one was the one I liked the most, When Marnie Was There.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, it caught us off guard that it wasn't more fantasy. It really was slice of life. Now, there is what you could call supernatural in it.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
But not fantasy.
Right. And we started to notice that when the Ghibli movies started to get closer and closer to present day being made, that's when the shifts began to be made. The older movies were more fantastical. They did have a few that were based in slice of life, like The Wind Rises, and they added some details to it to make it more fantastical. But it was always usually fantasy first and then slice of life mixed in, and it blended it perfectly. But now with this movie and others, this is more based in reality, and the only fantasy element is this sort of time
travel element.
Yeah, the time travel element of it is really the only fantasy part of the movie.
So for those of you not familiar with When Marnie Was There, it's a 2014 animated psychological drama film, co-written and directed by Hiromasa Yonebayashi, produced by Studio Ghibli, and distributed by Toho. No, it is not a Miyazaki film.
No.
But it's really great, and you get a sense of Miyazaki that they wanted to produce something that was more like his.
Right.
Now, it's based on Joan G. Robinson's 1967 novel, When Marnie Was There.
Yeah, apparently. I did not know it was a book originally.
Yes, and the book was by a British author, the same way as Howl's Moving Castle. It's by a British author as well.
Right. So with this movie, again, there's a lot of slice of life in here. And a lot of the reality parts are actually in this too. When you find with the main characters and some of their struggles, amidst the time travel element, you see how both sides are having their conflicts, and the meeting is a way for them to vent, to escape from the burdens they have in their lives, and you find out as you watch the movie, and then eventually end up, I guess in a way, coming to each other's rescue, influencing each other when they go back to their own times, which was actually something really interesting, because time travel seems to work a little differently in Japan. Yeah, usually they hit their head and they go back in time. That's how it works there. Here we have a time machine, and this is based on a British book. So there, they just have to have a certain space on Earth, and then they can just travel through time. So it's interesting how they had that element play into here.
So this movie released July 19th of 2014 in theaters. It had a budget of $10.5 million, and it grossed over $36 million. Now, unfortunately, this time we weren't seeing the movies in the American theaters.
Right.
So if we had, it probably would have made more, or possibly not. It has a runtime of 103 minutes, and there is a dub. We'll tell you more about the English dub cast later.
Yeah.
But what I really liked about it is when the story starts, it seems like it's one thing. And you're not sure how it's going to go. You're really not sure if you're going to stay with the movie. And then you have the fantastical part that comes about, as you said, the time travel. And then you see her meet this girl who you know is not Japanese because of her name. And you also kind of figure out that Anna
okay,
isn't Japanese. And you kind of get from the names, the surnames as well, that everyone in the movie isn't Japanese.
Right.
So then you get kind of curious as to how things are unfolding.
Right.
So she forms this friendship with Marnie, who she tells her name is. And We forgot to mention Anna is kind of a loner. She doesn't have any friends.
Yeah, she's more rough, and you find out why as it goes.
And she's being sent to stay with her relatives for the summer. So you see things happening with her. She and Anna's relationship growing as friends. They're having more fun. They're trusting each other. And then you begin to notice things are kind of odd in how they talk to each other. And you kind of realize Marnie is not from the same time period.
Right.
And you realize that there are only certain times that Anna ends up seeing Marnie.
Right.
And then that's how you realize, okay, this person is not, you don't want to say real, she's real, but she's not in the same time and space as Anna is.
And somehow being on this little island here has the two of them meet and remember each other.
And we're going to give you some spoilers, because if not, then the movie's not going to make sense for you. When we first saw the poster, we said, okay, people probably ship them, but we want to let you know, if you haven't watched it, you shouldn't ship them. You absolutely positively should not ship them, because their friendship ends up being beautiful and wonderful because of how they end up meeting and whom they are.
Yeah.
And don't ship them.
Yeah, you'll find out why when you watch it.
Absolutely don't. And you see Marnie saves Anna, and Anna saves Marnie in different ways.
Right.
And you find out Marnie's living in this big, beautiful home.
Right.
And the audience, like Anna, assumes she's happy and has everything.
Right.
And then you find out she's being treated cruelly by the staff.
Yeah.
And then Anna finds out and goes to save her. And then Marnie saves Anna because she becomes her friend. And you can see how she is close to her immediately, and how the relationship is very close. They become really quick friends, and it's just a love that comes through when you're watching them.
Both needed it.
Yes, and they were there when each needed to be there for the other. So the movie goes forward, and you, close to the end, find out more about Anna's backstory, because she's adopted. And they let you know that early in the movie. And that's kind of another reason you realize, okay, that Anna's not Japanese, for not just her name, but other reasons. So they show you her backstory, and then you learn how Marnie plays into it. And then by the end of the movie, you see Anna has grown.
Yeah.
And
usually what you expect for a Ghibli movie.
Yes, and she does, and we're so happy she does. And you see how the people that live in this coastal town, along with her relatives, all factor into helping her grow. It's really beautiful to look at, like
very.
a lot of Ghibli movies.
Right.
And it's not like that, what's the one?
That Earwig one?
Not Earwig, the other one with the little girl that we thought, Flower.
Oh, well, Mary and the Witch's Flower.
Yeah, it's not like that where you looked at it and you could tell it wasn't Ghibli, because it just looked off. This looks beautiful. Like you expect from Ghibli. Colors are gorgeous, beautiful to look at, and it ends up being a beautiful story. You don't think it's going to be in the beginning, but it does.
Yeah.
Turn into one. And you're happy because Hayao Miyazaki isn't involved, and they did a fantastic job.
True. And two things definitely got to mention quickly. One, most of the time watching the movie, Marnie just looked exactly like Maria from the Sonic franchise.
Yes.
Like, exactly like a dead ringer for her. It's like, I don't know if that was the inspiration to design this version of her, if that's not described in the book, but she looks like Maria. I was like, what the heck is this? and the second thing, like you mentioned, this not being a Miyazaki film, but still entertaining, is actually a little rare, because it seems like Ghibli movies stand out the most when Miyazaki is involved. Some of their most legendary films are by him. And while this one is not by him, it's still done in a great way. Because usually ones that don't have his name on it tend to be sort of okay. Don't want to say mid, they're just sort of okay. They're enjoyable, but that essence that you usually look for a Ghibli movie isn't there. But for when Marnie Was There, it's there. It's not the fantastical, big, grandiose thing that you're used to, but it still has the essence of that. And I think that's still great that they still want it to be a great movie, even without his involvement. You can still get enjoyment out of it.
Definitely. Now, quickly, the story, as we mentioned, was based on the novel by British author Joan G. Robinson. It was adapted to TV in 1971 and radio in 2006. So in 2014, when it was adapted by Studio Ghibli as an animated film of the same name, they weren't expecting it.
Right.
So they did something like Miyazaki, where they took something that many people really didn't know about. Especially we didn't either.
Right.
You would have to be around during that time. And the original book explores themes of alienation, loneliness, and forgiveness in childhood.
Mm-hmm.
It received positive reviews, and so did this movie. Now, this film featured the final work for Studio Ghibli animator Mikiko Futaki, who died in May of 2016. It was also the final film that Yonebayashi directed for Ghibli before he left and joined Studio Panok.
Oh, okay.
The film received positive reviews from critics who praised the animation, music, vocal performances, and emotional story. It also was released on DVD, Blu-ray, as well in 2015. And it was nominated for several awards the year that it came out.
Wow. Well, I think it earned those awards. It started off a little strange, but it definitely found its tone and its story as it went on, and I think it's worth the payoff when you watch the movie.
Now, if you're interested in reading it, something interesting. The book, as we mentioned, came out originally in 1967, but after the release of the movie, experienced a boost in sales internationally.
Oh, wow.
And then her agent, Caroline Sheldon, sold the rights of the book to 10 countries, including Japan, Italy, Spain, and China.
Oh, wow. So all over the world.
And then it was re-released in English by HarperCollins Children's Books as part of its classics range. So I want to find this book at the library.
Yes.
And read the original. So let's go over the cast. And we're going to go over the English class. As Anna, Haley Steinfeld.
Yes, of all people.
And as Marnie, Taylor Autumn Burtman and Catherine O'Hara, depending on the ages. Sayaka, voiced by Ava Akers. Hisako, voiced by Vanessa Williams and Mila Brenner.
Yes, Brian.
Yoriko Sasuke, voiced by Gina Davis. Kiyomasa Ariwa, voiced by John C. Reilly, who we recognize. Setsu Ariwa, voiced by Greg Griffin. Nanny, voiced by Ellen Bernstein. Toichi, voiced by Fred Tatasciore. Mrs. Kadoya, voiced by Kathy Bates. Yes, that Kathy Bates. Nobuko Kadoya, voiced by Rainey Rodriguez. Dr. Yamashita, voiced by Bob Bergen. Emily, voiced by Ashley Johnson.
Ooh.
Kazuhiko, voiced by James C. And Takashi, voiced by Mikey Kelly. So they had a really big cast.
Yes, they did.
Star-studded cast for this dub.
For sure.
And they did a fantastic job. It is definitely a movie we recommend you watch. And it's not one of the Ghibli movies that's talked about a lot.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
Unfortunate because it's really an excellent watch.
Yes, definitely.
So if you've seen When Marnie Was There, let us know in the comments. Did you watch it in theaters? Have you read the original book it's based on? Or the book that was re-released after the movie came out? Let us know what you think. And if you could relate to the topics and things that we'll cover within this movie. You can buy it on DVD if you would like to see it. And if you know where you can stream it, let us know in the comments as well.
Yes, for sure. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates. We give videos for anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for joining us today. As always, you are specials.
Thank you so much for watching Mask Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.